Okay, now just a word of warning since now we've saved. This very much, look how cool the airship looks. Look at how cool that is. You can see out the background, you can see the crowd and stuff. Word of warning, at the moment you're kind of on a bit of a timer and you can easily miss like a tiny little percent of a single percent of completion. Because what's actually going to happen is in a couple of seconds, like a few minutes time, Riku is going to move, okay? And she's going to go talk to Shinra. If you don't talk to Riku before that, you miss out on a tiny bit of dialogue. So we're going to, once you get back on the airship, very quickly, run forwards, hop over, talk to her.
Oh, I'm getting kind of nervous.
And there you go. Be happy that you got that bit of dialogue out of her. She says, nervous, nervous, nervous. All right, good. All right, so now you can talk to basically everyone you like, and Riku last. All right, so let's just go, buddy.
One thing worries me. The two groups are already locking horns. With their leaders gone and everything, people are just a little bit edgy.
I guess so. There you go. You see Riku move there? Now just don't talk to her. Make sure you talk to everyone else first.
Hey, we brought in people from New Yevon and the Youth League.
Oh, that's a great idea.
They're all outside on the concert grounds.
Good job, brother. That doesn't sound like a disaster at all. Look at them all out there. Oh, man. Can we get a better perspective somehow? I guess we have to be, like, right back. This is so cool. I love seeing the airship in different places. The background looks so awesome. It's also convenient that there's water here, right? That's kind of weird. Hey, Payne, what's going on?
I hope our audience behaves long enough to listen.
Yeah, me too. What could be going on out there, she says. What does Buddy say a second time?
I hope it doesn't get violent out there.
Yeah, buddy, I know exactly what you mean. Exactly what you mean. What about you, brother? What do you say twice? Brother!
Yun, now it is all up to you.
Why does he have to dance like that while he's talking? Spira is going to be softly killed by your song. Killing me softly with his... What? And then we got Shinra. Hey, Shinra.
Sphere screen calibration complete. We can start anytime.
Can we indeed? I wonder what would happen. Hold on. What would happen if we went on the deck right now? I mean, this is such a particular weird bit of the game. And again, like, oh, there's Ipello here. Whoa, oh, look, it actually takes the deck, oh, not the cabin, sorry. It takes the deck off. What if we go to the cabin, though, and look out that window there? I'm sorry, guys, I've got to do it. What's the bet in that the background's still the same up at those windows? It still acts like we're, oh, look, it has changed the lighting down here. This is really cool. The airship on this chapter, by the way. Oh, Carly, you're not going out to check it out, to check out the place? Oh, the chocobos weren't here earlier. I've just realized. What? They do update it. Look at how cool that is. Oh, I'm so glad I showed this off. Look at that. This is the wood and potatoes quality right here. Look at that. That's badass. I can't believe they did that. There's no reason to come down here at this point. Maybe later. What does Carly say? It's almost time, lady. You know, I think I'm more nervous than you. What about you, barkeep? You can do all sorts for me. What's going on? We can rest right now. Do you want to have a nap? With the thunder flames? That is so cool. That's so crazy. Moving back up to the bridge. I did just have a bit where I went to the engine room, but I'm cutting it out. There was no point. There will be a point in a moment, but not just yet. All right. That's cool. Little bit trivia for you guys there. Now, once you feel comfortable with everything, once you talk to everyone, you want to go to Riku again last now. First and then last.
Hey, the crowd is acting kind of funny.
Is it?
Let me pull the video up.
Oh my god, this is so bad. Oh god. Also, past me felt the need to remind you guys that there's no Omega Ruins in this game, like there was in 10. Even though we just got an extra dungeon a second ago in the Thunder Plains, they never reused the old Omega Dungeons one, the Omega Ruins one. And I don't know why. There could have been stuff in the Omega Ruins, sure.
Uh-oh, this could get messy.
Yes, it could.
No kidding. The two groups have been bumping heads since they got on the airship. Yeah. Looks like they're itching to start something.
I'll pick up the audio.
Why wouldn't you by default, Shinra?
The Yevonites are here too? How am I supposed to enjoy the concert with them stinking up the air?
Hey, you Youth League dogs will never be worthy of hearing the High Summoner sing.
If the Praetor were here, he'd never let these maggots walk around spouting their nonsense.
What I want to know is, where'd Nuge go? It's his fault that Spear is falling apart. What kind of leader abandons his people when they need him most?
That's a good point, actually. Same for Barreleye, same for Gipple, actually. Well, Barreleye's being kind of weird, though, at the moment. Based on what we saw. Oh, look at the map for Spira up there. Look at that! Whoa, the airship destination screen is the top of the airship?
Well, Yuna, you're the one who wanted to do something.
Yeah, but... Right.
we got volunteered into this, Payne.
So let's do something.
Right, let's do it.
You should not sound so excited. Oh, God. Hey, Toby. Oh, am I happy to see you? This is kind of bad.
Oh, catastrophic catastrophe. Dear me, dear me. What or whatever should I do?
Help us.
The spectators are making a spectacle. I don't even want to speculate. Please, do something, Una.
Lady Una.
Leave it to us.
That's Lady Una, all right? Oh, Jesus. All right. Okay, this is it, guys. We're right near the end now. So what we want to do is just talk to everyone again. Buddy says, well, let's just pray your song is enough to stop the fighting. I hope it is. Damn it. This wasn't even our idea. We got Riku. Oh, do I get to sing back up? No, you don't. This is my show. Payne says, just get out there and start singing. The rest will come naturally. I'm sure it will. Shinra says, Shinra, damn it. Payne, get out of the way. I want to talk to the kids. Is that actually possible? Do you think they have dialogue for him, but then place Payne in? No, there you go. Oh, that was difficult. My sphere screen is going to knock Shiver's pants off. So we want to talk to Toby last, so try and get Brother just before him. Okay, come on. Brother. There we go. Spira is going to be killed softly by your song. All right, cool. And then we get Toby. So, Toby.
Una, we're counting on you.
All right, I hope so. On with the show. So when we press this, we're going to load into a really nice cutscene. I have no idea how long I'm going to be able to talk about it. The scene coming up, guys, is very iconic to X2. I never really thought too much of it when I was a kid, to be honest. I never really liked it that much, but I think when most people think of X2, they think of a very specific song, a song which had a chance, you know, it was a fairly poppy, good song, you know, even for people who never played the game. You've probably heard it before. A lot of people reference it. It's like the main thing that people think of with X2, and it's this scene coming up right now. On with the show.
Y. R.
P.
Ready? Let's do it.
I hope so. Feel that nerves, guys? You know, we're over that little waterway right near where the tower is on the other side. I mean, it's so scary. We could get hit by the lightning. What are we? This is such a bad place. In the pouring rain and in the dark. Who decided on this? Is such a bad place. Maybe it's to demonstrate that any concert can uplift people through any circumstance. I just don't know. Wow, look at the crowds. Check it out, we're in Songstress.
1,000 years ago, before the time of sin, Spira was torn in two, divided by a terrible war. This was Spira's great mistake. Out of the rift left by this terrible conflict, sin was born. In only 2 short years, Spira has shaken off its unhappy past. We have moved on. Now, Spira grows brighter with each passing day. That light is our strength. I don't want to see it fade. Do you? There are so many of us, each with different ideas and different beliefs. Of course we sometimes disagree, and arguments will happen. But our hearts can and should always be one. Believe with me.
Wait, what?
Even if we are torn apart, our feelings will unite us.
Doubling up?
That is what this song is about.
Who was ready? Who was happy about the singing at the start of the game? Who's been waiting for some more? Some episode 1 action.
I know that you're hiding things, using gentle words to shelter me. Your words were like a dream, but dreams could never fool me. Not that easily. I acted so distant then, didn't say goodbye before you left. But I was listening. If I too easily.
Now watch what Shinra does.
Tears comes out, come back. I could hear that you whispered as you walked through that door.
He shows a whole crowd.
To hide the pain when I turn back the pages, try to find the answer. What if I cried my eyes out and begged you not to depart?
Vegnagun.
But now I'm not afraid to say what's in my heart. 'Cause 1,000 words call out through the ages, they'll fly to you. Even though I can see, I know they're reaching you. Suspended on silver wings. Oh, 1,000 words, 1,000 embraces will cradle you, making all of your weary days seem far away. They'll hold you
Look at the thunder planes. Look at the storm. So yeah, that is the 1,000 words cutscene. That song actually was received far better, I would say, by people than the original one at the opening of the game. I actually quite like it. I think it's not a bad song. It's a bit cheesy, all right? That's not to say X didn't also have its fair cheese. Let's not forget about the lake scene.
Yuna.
I'm all right. I'm fine, really. It's past now.
What did Shinra say?
He said it might be some kind of, interference with the sphere waves. Uni's dress sphere and the sphere screen reacted with each other, and, the consciousness burned into the dress sphere was projected onto the screen. Or something like that.
Okay, but that doesn't explain why it happened.
When I asked, he said, I'm only a kid.
Yeah.
It's Len. I was singing her feelings. During the song, I could feel them welling up inside until they just burst.
So the people we saw were Len and Shuyin?
You know what's crazy as well? Look at the windows now.
Everyone's waiting. Let's go.
I can understand now, I guess, why the windows had, that as a background. But it's not raining this time, so the water isn't on the screen. So they did at least have that animation of the water dripping down. That's pretty crazy. So yeah, so it wasn't a plan. It was Len's plan, basically. Remember, basically Len was singing through Yuna. Now, to make that clear to Western audiences, the original version of the game, here's some trivia for you guys. In the original version of the game, let's walk down the stairs this time. Stupid chocobo. Len actually never appeared in that cutscene at all, like on the deck of the airship. Sure, you got to see her get shot. There's a mystery revealed as well. The Chapter 1, obviously, finale had us in a dream, right? Remember that dream we had when we were up in that bed and we dreamt of ourselves dying with Tidus? No, it wasn't us. We never died. That was how Shuyin died. That was how Len died. They got killed together. And when we woke up, guess what? Yes, we were in the songstress outfit. Hey, Carly, your calm will last forever, won't it, Lady Una? There'll never be a tragedy like the one we just saw, right? I don't know. Not unless you pull out your finger out and stop looking at the chocobos. Check out Barkeep still dancing. You can't do anything for me, dude. You can't do anything for me. Oh, God. Okay. All right. So check it out, right, guys? Right now, we are in a we're almost out of the woods. We're almost out of the chapter 4 woods, okay? Now, this is how tricky the game is, right, with having to talk to specific people. I've already shown you several little moments where you can miss out on minor things. There's something major we can miss out on in a second. There's a Crimson Sphere. Now, if we were to go to the engine room right now, it would just be empty. There'd be nothing there, okay? Right, this is how tricky the game is. There's nothing in the engine room right now. However, if we go up to the bridge first, okay, and we come through, we'll actually see. I don't know how much time passed that we were supposedly just stood there crying. Macon's on board.
'Twas a magnificent melody, Lady Una. The onlookers were all quite enchanted.
Have you remembered anything?
Bring spirit together, even a little, then I'm glad.
Indeed, I believe it shall. As you sang, not a soul could help but realize the folly of their tiresome squabbling. Fists once raised in anger became welcoming hands, offering solace to a tearful neighbor. I must admit that I, too, shed my share of tears the moment Len appeared.
You know Len?
Huh?
Of course. Would you like to hear?
Yes, tell us.
Yes, damn it. Good job, Una.
Where to begin? About 1,000 years ago, Len was a popular songstress in Xanakant. The talk of the town, you might say. In a more peaceful age, she might have lived out her years as a performer. But the times and her talents did not allow such a thing to be. You see, Len's gift for singing was matched by her genius in the summoner's arts. When the Machina War began, all summoners were sent to the front lines. Xanakant was hopelessly outnumbered. Len knew she would not return home alive. Nonetheless, she was prepared to lay down her life to protect her people. Yet there was one person who refused to let Len die. Yes, he would do anything to save her. He was a young man, Len's lover.
Shuyin?
I don't know. His name has been lost to history.
Wait, was it Shuyin then?
Whatever his name, the youth endeavored to steal the enemy's Machina weapon and save Len. However...
It didn't go well.
the lovers met a truly tragic end. Those images we all witnessed are most certainly a record of their last moments.
Getting shot in front of it. And then Macon walks off. It's so crazy that they just randomly have Macon there.
So Shuyin was Len's lover.
And so that means the weapon that he tried to steal to save her must have been,
Vegnagun, right?
I think I can kind of understand how he felt. Trying so hard to save someone. 2 years ago, I was the same. Trying to find some way to save you.
Riku was dedicated.
That was enough. Knowing that you were on my side, I'll always be grateful to you.
Maybe Len felt the same way. The man she loved, he struggled to save her. He fought till his very last breath for her. I think that Len's final words might have been happy ones. I love you.
How does any of this connect to Barreleye and Co?
Yes, there is a connection. But wait. Everything is all wrong. He never heard. The one person she wanted to tell, he never heard her words.
What do you know? It's LeBlanc's game. They want to see Yuna. I'll have them wait in the engine room.
Ah. Oh, the engine room. So I got a lot of stories. First of all, how is this connected to everything else? All right. Number one, the next moment we speak to Shinra, I so much as press X, we leave the chapter and we're done. You don't want to do that, okay? You don't want to do that, okay? So I think we're going to go to the bridge. Let's talk to these others though. This is so much like 2 years ago. I was fighting back tears the whole way. It's not that much like 2 years ago. The things we want to say most are usually the hardest to say. So Shuyin never heard the words "I love you," becomes an unsent, gets angry over it. Makes sense. Still wants to activate the machine. It's obvious when you think about it, but that doesn't stop it from hurting. Okay. Brother says, your song burned with the fires of passion, Yuna. He really has no idea. Buddy, so, about LeBlanc, can we just leave her down there? And indeed you can. So, here's my little story, okay? The first time I ever played the game, I missed a lot of Crimson Spheres. I missed like that crazy cheeky one in Bevelle and all that stuff. I missed those of them. Second time I did the game, my new game plus, okay? I desperately wanted 100%. I wanted the perfect end. This was when I was when I very first played the game. And so I went through the whole game trying my best, my damnedest to be absolutely careful at every turn to make sure I had everything. And of course, finally, right at the end of chapter 4, at this tiny little moment, I hadn't saved basically the whole way through chapter 4. So you know Shinra up there? I was trying to get everything. So what I did was I pressed X on Shinra to talk to him before I would come down into the engine room, obviously, right? And so then cutscenes start playing and conversations start happening and all this stuff starts going on. And then it says chapter 4 complete. And I suddenly realized, oh my god, my last save file was like halfway through chapter 3. And now I've missed speaking to the LeBlanc Syndicate. That's how annoying this game is. Now, they do tell you at least the LeBlanc Syndicate's here. And finally, when you return to the engine room at this one time, so this always really sticks out to me. Really sticks out.
Around since we last met, and
we
I
find these guys.
Find a rather peculiar sphere. It shows my Nuji Wuji. For some reason, that chump Barreleye is there too. But it's from some years ago. I'm afraid it's not much help now, loves.
Give it to me. Yes, Crimson Sphere 5. So that's why LeBlanc was missing and all the comm spheres, and Logos was looking for her. She went crazy and she went sphere hunting. That's kind of cool, actually, right? We scored it. Crimson Sphere's 5.
How about you? Have you tracked down my Nuji yet?
Nuji's on the far plane. I saw him there with Gippo.
The far plane? What is he doing in a place like that?
Oh my god, chill.
I think he's searching for Barreleye and Vegnagun.
Oh, so Barreleye is the one pulling Vegnagun strings. I should have known.
Yeah.
No, that's not it. How do I explain?
Yeah, it was weird. It wasn't that simple.
Never mind, I don't have time for this. Boys, we're going to the far plane.
Anything but that, boss! We're no match for that sort of opponent.
Now don't be silly. The power of love conquers all.
Oh, God.
It's decided. We're going to save Spira.
And she does have a love heart on her chest.
Yes, ma'am.
Well then, get this tanker moving.
All right, so chapter 5, technically, I could consider these guys always on my team. Ah, the far plane? That's where dead people go. So what does that mean we gotta go get sent there? Logos, give the boss an inch and she'll take, well, you get it. Man, last time I voiced Logos, Alan Rickman was still alive. Man, that's sad, so sad. Yeah, that's right, I'm gonna bum you all out here. LeBlanc says, anything for the power of love. Hey, are you listening? Alright, anyway, so what's that enchanting sound? I think Nuji Wuji's calling for me. There, hear it? Oh my god. You need her, though. You need her to be funny. I wish that this was actually a way to walk out of the airship every now and then. That would be so cool, but you never use it. How great. Oh, maybe you do at one point. Maybe you do at one point. I can't remember. It's like it was an old design or something. Maybe they had a really clunky, annoying version of the game where you had to select a destination, then walk all the way down here and then walk out. That would have just been annoying. So there you go, the cabin. And my story... My closest call and worst experience with having missed something in the game, just because I talked to goddamn Shinra too quickly. Interestingly enough, with that Macon scene, by the way, if you'd never talked to him, like on a 0% file, you would never have seen him. And so he just randomly pops up here. Like last year when I played to create this file for the New Game Plus, I'd never met him, and then he randomly just appears, and it seems like really jarring and off. It's kind of like they force you to see Tobley at least, so that never happens. But for Macon, no, he just randomly appears here. Every time we meet him, we do get something more at least, right? Anyway, so yeah, you need Crimson Sphere 5 from that. Ormi is completely ridiculous. LeBlanc is clearly a genius. And, let's go.
What have we here? Looks like a transmission, but it's pretty weak.
What is?
I'm getting signals from the comm sphere we dropped in that hole, but I can't seem to connect.
Oh my god, really? It could be them.
Enough, little boy. Move aside.
Oh my god.
See? It connected.
LeBlanc! Damn it! This is a cool cutscene. I in a lot of ways, guys, think that the adventure would have been much more interesting seeing the story of the 3 guys instead of the 3 girls. Maybe that's a bit sexist of me.
Inconceivable!
Impressive machina.
Thanks, Gipple.
An invention like this could change the world.
Oh, it will.
Whoever came up with this is a genius.
He's got good taste.
Guess I'm a genius too for fixing it. Anybody home?
Gipple!
I don't think he can hear us.
No response. Some genius.
Nuji!
Hey, man.
You're done playing. Let's go. Chill out. Lost your nerve? Hey, we're talking about Vegnagon. How the heck do you fight that thing? We can't even walk up to it without freaking it out. Or making it mad. But I've got a plan. If it doesn't work, death will be my apology.
Wow.
Whatever, man. When a Death Seeker dies, that's no apology.
Man, that was kind of like poetic.
What about LeBlanc?
Aw.
Well, she...
You like her. She sounds so upset. When a Death Seeker dies, that's no apology. It's crazy. Like, come on, they're so interested.
Why did it cut off like that? Ugh! Just when he was getting to the juicy bits!
Not my fault.
What a piece of junk! Forget it, I'll go ask him myself.
What about the Gullwings?
I think that we should help out Nuge. But first, I want to try talking to Shu Yin. I have to tell him how Len felt. I'm sure he'll understand.
How? We can't exactly make an appointment.
We'll just have to jump into one of those holes.
Together, this time.
Oh, poor...
Roger! Gullwings! We move out! Celsius! Full speed ahead!
Brother totally just got left hanging. I don't know whether you guys noticed that. He had his hands over his head, they didn't high-five him, and he turned it into one of his stupid, crazy dance things. I saw it, dude. You got left hanging. And so we take off from the Thunder Plains, thus concluding... Shit, look at this thing. It's like a bug the way it moves. So ridiculous. Good thing that storm cleared up, huh? Yeah, it's kind of weird, the whole storm thing. And voila. I mean, how can we speak to Shu Yin? That basically sets up the end of the game. Now, what we do is we go to the far plane, we find what we find, and the game is over. Chapter 4 complete. We are now at the end point of the timeline, guys. Chapter 5, and all the cows come home.
Vegnagun's definitely bothering me. But there are other things we need to worry about, too. Look at Spira. It's a total mess.
Shall we go check things out?
I don't know if we have time.
Well, let's play it by ear.
Way to take control.
Gullwings! Round up! It's strategy time!
One more tour of the world, and everything will become clear.